Hey everybody, Lady Luna here, and today I am bringing you Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. I've been really excited to get into these. I love, mystery stories, crime stories. When I was younger, I was kind of a fan of like Law and Order, and I know that this actually has a lot of humor to it. I'm much more excited to get into something that's a bit more lighthearted while also still covering some potentially gruesome things. I really don't know what to expect from this. I've only played the first chapter. That was actually a long time ago, so I'm going to start from the top just so I can get myself familiar again with the game mechanics, and you guys can watch me figure it out again. That's pretty much all I have, so let's get started. I do have the whole trilogy here, Justice for All and Trials and Tribulations. So obviously I'm going to start with the first one, but I'm really hoping to get through these other ones on my channel as well. Episode 1, The First Turnabout. Oh, she bloody. Oh, she real bloody. Shit. Damn it, why me? I can't get caught. Not like this. I've got to find someone to pin this on. Okay, someone like him. Alright, so we already see our culprit and the crime. I'll make it look like he did it. Alright, starting out August 3rd. Boy, am I nervous. Right. Oh, hiya, Chief. Whew, I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. It says a lot about you, and your client as well. Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? You mean you knew the defendant before this case? Yes. Actually, I kind of owe my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney. Well, that's news to me. I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over! My life, everything, it's all over! Is that your client screaming over there? Yeah, it's him. Death, despair, oh! I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna die! It sounds like he wants to die. Yeah. Nick! Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell him I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. What? What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. Finished. I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Oh, Nick, you gotta tell me. Who took my baby away? Is he talking to me? Am I Nick and also Phoenix? Phoenix. Oh, I see. Okay, I see what they're doing there. The person responsible for your girlfriend's death? The newspapers say it was you. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her, Larry Butz. My best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the Butz. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say, though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. That, and I owe him one, which is why I took the case, to clear his name. And that's just what I'm going to do. Isn't this like a conflict of interest or some shit? I mean, I don't know, maybe it's better to have like a friend or family member defend you if they're a licensed professional. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butz. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The, defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not? Yes, Your Honor. I'm, a little nervous. Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness. Yes, Your Honor. Hand shaking, eyesight fading, passing out. The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case. Let's see, that's my best friend of 23 years, Larry Butz. The defendant? Well, that's Larry Butz, Your Honor. Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name? Whew, I know this one. Glad I read the case report cover to cover so many times. It's... wait. Uh-oh. No way. I forgot. I'm totally drawing a blank here. Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name? Oh, the victim! Of course I know the victim's name. Why wouldn't I know the victim's name? They haven't told me anything. I just forgot. Temporarily. I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the victim's name is listed in the court record. Just press tab to check it at any time, okay? Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you. Mr. Wright, who is the victim in this case? Oh yeah, I can check it at any time, so tab. Cindy's autopsy report. That's it. The name is just Cindy. Maybe if I click R, profiles. Cindy Stone. Okay, age 22, victim. Okay, great. Cindy Stone. Cinder Block. I kind of want to go with Cinder Block just because it's funny. That's a funny option. The victim's name is Cindy Stone. Correct. Now tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was... I know this one. Wait, maybe I don't. Tab, go back. Loss of blood due to blunt trauma. Okay. You know, I probably could have checked that the first time, but... hit with a blunt object. She was struck once by a blunt object. Correct. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure. Well then, first a question for the prosecution. Mr. Payne? Yes, Your Honor. As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was? The murder weapon was the statue of the thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim.
I see. The court accepts this into evidence.
Statue! The statue in the shape of the thinker. It's rather heavy. And that's what we saw dripping with blood way back at the beginning. Okay. Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Use tab to check the court record frequently. For my sake, please.
Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness.
The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butz, to the stand. Chief, what do I do now? Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. Uh-oh. Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad. I mean, he's probably just gonna bawl the entire time based on their interactions with him so far. Mr. Butz, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you? Hey, watch it, buddy! We were great together! We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Anthony. Did they all die? I wasn't dumped. She just wasn't taking my phone calls. Or seeing me, ever. What's it to you, anyway? Mr. Butz, what you describe is generally what we mean by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. What do you mean, one of them? Lies. All of it lies. I don't believe a word of it. Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died. Passport. Victim apparently arrived home from Paris on July 30th, the day before the murder.
Indeed. She appears to have returned the day before the murder.
Dude, no way! The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies, as they say, as the kids call them. Daddies? Sugar? Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle. Dude! We can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. Tell me, Mr. Butz, what do you think of her now? Right. I don't think you want him to answer that question. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I wait and see what happens or stop? Well, I mean, Mia told me exactly what to do. I'm gonna stop him from answering, tell him to keep his fucking mouth shut. My client had no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to this case. Ugh. Dude, Nick, what do you mean irrelevant? That cheating she-dog? I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna drop dead. Yeah, and when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. I'm not touching it. I don't know why it went so fast.
Let's continue with the trial, shall we?
I believe the accused's motive is clear to everyone.
Yes, quite.
Oh boy, this is so not looking good.
Next question.
You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Well, did you or did you not? Well, maybe I did, maybe I didn't. Uh-oh, he went. What do I do now? Have him answer honestly or stop him from answering? You know what, let's have him answer this time. I know, I'll send him a signal. He's like, making eye contact from across the courtroom. Tell the truth. Yeah. I was there. I went.
Order! Order in the court. Well, Mr. Butz.
Dude, chill. She wasn't home, man, so, I didn't see her.
Your Honor, the defendant is lying.
Lying?
The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butz is lying.
Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness?
The man who found the victim's body. Just before making the gruesome discovery, he saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime.
Order in the court. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness.
Yes, Your Honor.
This is bad.
On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers in the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sowit to the stand.
Holy shit, it's our murderer. See, we know that because we watched the crime happen, but I know it's not going to be this easy later on.
Mr. Sowit, you sell newspaper subscriptions. Is this correct?
Oh yes, newspapers, yes.
Mr. Sowit, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder.
Witness's account. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. Oh, I don't think that was the voice I did. Oh yes, I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there. Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I clearly gave you a signal by looking you straight in the eyes and sending telepathic communications. I can't defend you against a testimony like this.
Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working?
Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building.
Aren't phones supposed to be working during a blackout?
Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sowit used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal.
Blackout record. Electricity to Miss Stone's building was out from noon to 6 p.m. the day of the crime.
Now, Mr. Wright.
Yes. Yes, Your Honor.
You may begin your cross-examination.
Cross-examination, Your Honor. All right. This is it. The real deal. What exactly am I supposed to do? Why, you exposed the lies in the testimony the witness just gave. Lies? Wait, he was lying? I mean, first of all, okay, the dude, I'm pretty sure he said he didn't step foot in the apartment, but then he also said he tried the phone inside the apartment. So somewhere around there is at least one contradiction, right? Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty? How do I prove he's not? You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there somewhere. First, find contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you've found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face. Okay? Open the court records, point out the contradictions. Okay. Hang on. No, okay. Okay, there we go. Attorney's badge doesn't seem to have anything to do with it. Time of death, July 31st, between 4 and 5 p.m. Oh, didn't he say that when he called the police it was 1 p.m.? Arrived home from Paris, electricity. Okay, so I'm gonna have to use the autopsy report. I'm probably gonna have to wait for the right time. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly, 1 p.m. Objection! You found the body at 1 p.m. You're sure? You sure about that, bro? Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death at some time after 4 p.m. There was no body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? Oh, that!
This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time.
After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Sweat, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.?
Gee, that's a really good question. Great job, Wright. Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one, and their whole story falls apart. Wait, I remember now.
Would you care to give your testimony again?
Time of discovery. Okay, so this is going to be a new testimony that we haven't heard yet. What's he going to say? What kind of hole is he going to dig himself today? You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. There was a blackout. She couldn't have been watching a video.
I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Right. You know what to do. I got this one. All right, let's try it out. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. I can actually I can just immediately, E. Object. Hold it right there. The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves it. Oh, we got him sweating now. You couldn't have heard a television or a video. Yeah!
The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sweat?
No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Wait! I remember now.
Mr. Sweat, the court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. That and you seem rather distraught.
My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body.
Very well, Mr. Sweat. Let's hear your testimony again, once more.
Hearing the time. Okay, let's see. What's he got to say this time? Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw. Did he seriously just... So he just asserted that the clock was the murder weapon, and that we know is false. We've got the thinker statue.
You saw a clock? I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness.
Gladly. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. Stop right there! Objection! Wait, just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was this statue. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock? What? You with your objections and your evidence! Just who do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. Sweat. Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock.
Your Honor, if I may,
Yes, Mr. Payne.
as the witness stated, the statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apologies.
I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is indeed a clock. Do you have any problems with his testimony now?
I'm gonna say yes. I don't think I've quite put it together. Maybe Phoenix is gonna tell me. Wait, oh man, I want to see if I can figure it out before I move forward. Is it still the time discrepancy? Oh no, this is where we bring up that he said he didn't step into the apartment, so he couldn't have known it was a clock. Your Honor, there's a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock was to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Okay. Okay, I'm actually glad that I figured it out. I wish I could have selected something there. Clearly a contradiction.
Indeed.
The witness knew it was a clock because he had to have gone into the apartment. You're lying. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh yeah? Prove it! Prove I went in there! I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard.
Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Sweat, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time.
What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture.
Baseless? Just look at the witness's face. He's sweating his mole right off.
Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock?
That day, I never. Look, the clock, I heard, no, I mean, I saw, throws the toupee across the fucking courtroom. Oh my god. Shut up. I hate you. It was him, I tell you. I saw him. He killed her, and he should burn. Give him death. So dramatic, bro.
Order in the court, I say.
Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims.
Mr. Wright,
Your Honor?
you claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence?
The whole case is riding on this. I better think it through carefully. Your Honor, the sound Mr. Sowit heard was definitely this clock. A fact which is clear if you simply... Well, we've got it right in front of us. Wait, when did I... Did I do something wrong earlier? Oh shit, maybe I was supposed to have him be quiet the second time. Oh well. Okay, try sounding the clock. It's right here, yeah? Let's sound the clock now, here in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I ask the court to listen very carefully. I think it's 8:25.
That certainly is a strange way to announce the time.
Well, he is the thinker, after all.
So, we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright?
Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now?
It's 11:25. Ugh.
As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sowit heard and the actual time of death. Okay, yes, because he said he heard 1 o'clock, time of death was 4 o'clock, that makes sense. So, Mr. Sowit, try and talk your way out of that one. You forgot one thing. Uh-oh, what's he talking about now? Well, it may seem like that clock is running 3 hours slow. It proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case. He's right. How am I gonna prove that? Damn it, I was so close. Well, wait, she was traveling, right? I mean, they didn't really establish where this is, but apparently it's only 3 time zones away from Paris, I think. Damn it, I was so close.
Mr. Wright, it seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim.
Yes, Your Honor.
This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Sowit.
I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. You treat me like a criminal. A criminal! You lawyers are all slime. Urgh, I almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. Did I fuck up? Did I royally fuck up? Can I hit tab? Can I just like passport. Oh, it won't let me submit any evidence. I don't know what to do. Oh gosh, I think I fucked up the first trial. There's nothing I can do about it now. Not so fast, Mr. Sowit. Bah, bah, bah! Mia! I mean, Chief! Listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think! But, Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. No one can prove that. Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason and you'll have your proof. Right? Can you think of a reason as to why the clock would be 3 hours slow? I sure the fuck can, Mia. Bitch, yas. Wait. Maybe I can prove it. You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it and let them have it.
Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim?
Of course. There is a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt. Huh, tough words. Let me see you pull this one off.
Let's see this evidence that proves why the clock was running slow. Girl, yes, it's the last thing. We haven't used it yet. Oh, take that!
The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. Oh! Okay, see, that does place it more around, somewhere around the United States, or possibly Canada. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. That clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Sweat? Or should I say, Mr. Did It? Oh god, he's foaming at the mouth. Oh, I think we got him. I think we nailed him.
Order, I say. Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness?
He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor.
Very well. Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor. I have to say, I'm impressed.
I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly. And find the true culprit at the same time.
Thank you, Your Honor.
At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butz,
not guilty. Fuck yeah! Alright, we got our butts off the line.
And with that, this court is adjourned.
It turns out that Frank Sweat was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Sweat let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Sweat grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find. Alright, we're still on the same day, just out in the lobby. So this is probably like the kind of epilogue or wrap-up of the trial. We'll keep going probably to the next chapter. Whew, I still can't believe we won. Right! Good job in there. Congratulations. Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not at all, not at all. No, see, I thought I fucked up the trial before she stepped in. They did that to stress me out. They wanted to make me sweat, didn't they? Not at all, not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. I've never seen the chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over. Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Aw, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good. Wait, no, I mean bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. But, my Cindy Wendy's gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was, no, never mind. She was not interested in you, buddy. Congratulations, Harry. Harry? Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butz, innocent. Oh, trust me, that is... Harry Butz is not innocent. That is quite offensive. Thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner, movie, my treat. No, I wouldn't, ever in a million years. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh, hey. Here, take this. It's a present. A present for me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me. Really? You? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool. Don't that make you just want to cry? Larry. Harry. Scary. Carrie. Are you so sure? Excuse me? I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way. Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me. It's okay. Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him? Yeah, sure, of course, right here in my back pocket. The fuck is she talking about? I mean, I guess the fact that she kept the statue was probably a moment of, like, not concern, but, like, you know, caring for someone. Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her. Huh? What about that clock? This is the clock you made for her, Larry. And she took it with her when she traveled. Whatever, she probably just needed a clock, that's all. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make of it what you will. Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks. Hope that made him feel at least a little bit better. Right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People, too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right? Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. Maybe we can take you to dinner and a movie? I know you're turning down Butz, but I'm like a super suave lawyer guy. Like, why not? say, how about dinner on me? Oh my God! She asked me out, you guys! Ah! We'll drink a toast to innocent Butz. Girl, dinner and drinks? Oh, wait, she's coming home with me tonight. Yeah. Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him. Yeah, part, at least. You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks? Oh, she is so into me. And so, my first trial came to a close. And she's a hottie, y'all. We're gonna have a little romance going on. I love a little romantic side story, or side plot. Larry slapped me on the back and said, Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends. But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us, unless you count the clock he gave Mia. Well, I guess we're pro bono, you guys. I didn't know it then. But that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. Oh shit. Oh shit. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry? Oh no. Would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Ah! That's it? That's the end of the first chapter. But guys, what does he mean? Oh my God. What does he mean? He's not gonna get to tell her? He's not gonna get to tell her the story? What's happening? Okay, yeah, we're just gonna save over the original, overwrite, and there we go. That's our new slot. All right, everybody, so that'll be it for today. We got through the whole first chapter, figured out, the mechanics for the trials, how those work. Kind of different from Danganronpa. I guess there are similarities just in the fact that, it's a trial, you're selecting different evidence to counter with and trying to counter at the right time. But I'm already really liking it. The characters are interesting. I think I'm going to have a lot of fun with them. It seems like Mia might not make it to the end. I guess maybe there goes my romance side plot. I hope we can at least romance her a little bit. Yeah, let's get close to her. Let's date her and then kill her off once we've formed an emotional bond. Yes, I love it. All right, so thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you all in the next one. Bye!